Yeah, my name is Paul Saucier, and I run an Amazon e-commerce business and a logistics company for e-commerce sellers. So I decided to sell my business because I was approached by another company that needed my skill set and all the assets that I created over the last 7 years. And that's how it came about. I actually wasn't for sale. I was super satisfied with the results of selling my business. Tom was fantastic from the very beginning. So the buyers that came to me were there before I met website closers, but website closers helped me get everything together very quickly for the buyers. But the buyers were fantastic as well. Yeah, so Tom was with me through the very beginning, from the very beginning, and helped me all along the way. I met Tom very quickly when I needed somebody to do evaluation on my company. So somebody offered to buy my company before even really knowing what it was worth. And Tom stepped in and helped throughout the 6 months of due diligence and all the ups and downs and emotional roller coaster that it is of selling a business. He really kept me grounded all along the way. Every time I thought that the deal may be falling apart, he was the glue that held it all together and pushed it over the finish line. Yeah, so Tom helped most during the transaction with all of the ups and downs, but also with getting me the most amount for my company that I could have imagined. Like I said at the beginning, my companies weren't for sale. And so from the very beginning, we gave a valuation on what we thought we should ask for, and we were able to get that full amount. Ooh. I don't know if I had a favorite part of the process, as it is definitely a marathon and not a sprint when it comes to selling your companies. These were my babies that I've been building over the last 7 years. And so, not that I had an attachment to them, but it was really challenging just throughout. But I would say the thing that I loved the most was everything that I learned. Tom was very educational, helped me learn the whole process. These were the first companies that I sold. And so I was uneducated in a lot of ways. He helped close that gap. So I really love the learning process to where if I do this again in another, 5, 10 years, then I'm well educated on the matter. Yeah, so I picked website closers because they came as a referral from my CPA. And I also, after that referral, did some due diligence and looked into website closers and saw similar videos like this of other people giving their testimony of how great website closers was throughout the whole process. When selecting a broker, I would say a big thing to focus on is, one, their experience with closing deals. And that was my big question was, why would I use any broker versus just doing it myself? And the answer is pushing it over the finish line. My buyer was very sophisticated. And so there was a lot of questions that I just flat out did not know the answers to. And Tom was able to put that in lay terms for me to understand, break down, but also to not sacrifice any of the deal in the process. So, any advice that I could give would be take it easy. There were many times when there was either good news or bad news. There's often things that come up in these things where you're digging through old financial statements and something gets brought up where there's a question that may feel as though it's going to make the deal fall apart. So in that gap time, I would suggest just take it easy, 24 hours at a time. And if this is the quote that I kept saying to myself, nothing is as good or as bad as it seems. And if I could have lived by that a little bit more in the process, I think I would have lost a little less hair. But nevertheless, pushed over the finish line.